Welcome to Grizzly Habits. Today we have our 2022 GMC Sierra 1500 AT4X, and we're going to see if it can truly haul the 15,000 pounds that it claims. Now, notice that I said haul and not tow, because we're talking about GCWR. The gross combined weight rating of this truck is 15,000 pounds. There's no way this trailer back here weighs 15,000 pounds, nor would I ever want to tow it with a half ton. So we know that the truck's gross vehicle weight rating alone is 7,100 pounds. And sitting about 5,400 pounds, you don't have a whole lot of weight when you include the tongue weight of the trailer to load into the truck. So that's going to be our first concern. With a tongue weight of about 900 pounds, it leaves us a full tank of gas and enough room for about 2 passengers to fit into the truck. From there, the rest of the weight of about 7,100 pounds will have to be into the trailer behind us. Now, fortunately, we don't have to count the tongue weight twice. So really, we're at about 8,000 pounds is the maximum that we can load this trailer behind us while still staying at that 15,000 pounds when the truck's fully loaded. Now, normally when we go camping, we stay in an RV park, so we don't have to worry about water or we don't have to worry about a lot of food because we'll go grocery shopping when we get into town. But for this trip, we're actually going boondocking, so we need to plan on an extra 400 pounds of water and all of the food and extra items that we're going to take with us because we will be off grid. So we have to plan a stop right off of the freeway as close as we can to fill up with water, all of the extra gas for our RZR, so we don't push that limit of the 15,000 pounds. So we are right on the threshold. Let's see what the AT4X can handle. So I love the new design of these GMC Sierras. I don't know how different the X is as far as the tech on the inside, but when it comes to hooking up a trailer, the GMC engineers have thought about just about everything. Just hooking up to the trailer, that's what we're going to focus on today, and we'll cover some of the camera angles that it gives you, but really easy. You can see your standard backup view, and then you can actually switch to your hitch view. So I'll show you how this works. We'll get pretty close to where that little red line is, and then once we get close, we can actually switch here to the hitch view. So it gives you a little bit better of an angle to see exactly where we need to go. Now this makes it so easy because you are right on top of the trailer, right underneath the tongue. You simply connect it right on. So of course I would never tow this much weight without an equalizer hitch, and we've chose to use the actual equalizer 4-way sway control that not only helps with weight distribution, but it also helps with that side-to-side sway. And because the trailer weighs more than the truck, it wouldn't be wise to tow without something like this. So this is something that's actually really cool. They have the Pro Grade Trailer setting on their app, so we can actually do the light test all the way from the back of the trailer. So just by coming into the camera, you can select inside your GMC app in More, you go to the Pro Grade Trailering, Trailer Light Test, and then you hit the start. And there's actually a sequence. So now you look at the trailer and you can see that it's going to run through our running lights. It'll run through the left turn signal, right turn signal, the brake lights, and then the reverse lights. So back here, you don't need an extra set of eyes as you tap the brake and turn on the signal because the app is actually connected to the truck, doing it all for us right now. So from what it looks like, everything's working the way that it should. All right, now we are loading up the RZR. Now, this trailer, when we bought it, we knew that we needed about 80 inches wide. And between the wheel wells, it's 82 inches. But unfortunately, we didn't take account for the couches, which is 78 inches. So we might have to get a little bit creative here. We've already built quick disconnects for the couch with some plastic rivets. So hopefully we don't have to pull the couches out, but if we do, we're ready for it. All right, let's try that again. We are all loaded up, ready to go. Push this vent open here. We just filled the brazier with some gas, but that is a tight squeeze. Now you see why we have to take the couch off to get it to fit. But we've actually made some really cool quick connects. So we cut the rivets out of the couch and we use just plastic pop rivets, and it actually works really well. So we can just take those brackets out every time. Get to leave this side on, and then we pile the front full with all of our stuff. So this trailer completely full. Now we're sitting right at about 8,500 pounds, and as we talked about yesterday, we know the gross combined weight is 15,000, so we are right at the limit here for this half-ton AT4X. So let's hit the road. So let me show you where we're headed here on the map. Let's see if we can find it. On here. Let's see. Yeah, that looks like that's the one. So leaving our neighborhood, we have a 12-foot bridge, and I believe according to the specs of this trailer, it's like 11.5 feet.
In a quarter mile at the traffic circle, take the second exit
still
on
a little
Utah
bit sketchy here.
West 14,600 south.
Barely fit. Well, we know we can fit in 12 foot, probably not 11 foot 10. So here's how we know that we're pretty dang close to the truck's limit. Now, earlier we went through, come on, navigation. So earlier we showed that there's a gross vehicle weight rating, I guess limit or alert, and we got the alert that says that we might be over. So we're pretty close to the limit of this truck, but we're getting on the freeway right now, onto the on-ramp, and the truck is doing absolutely fine. So we'll keep towing and see how it does. Get that speed limiter. So we are underway. We're on the freeway headed down to central Utah, and we're doing 74 miles per hour right now with really no problems. We did have to come up a pretty steep hill out of our neighborhood onto the freeway, so our average mile per gallon is at about 6 right now, but I'd assume if we keep it rated around 65 to 70 miles per hour, we should probably be doing pretty good on mileage. And when I say pretty good, I mean 7.5 to 8 miles per gallon. We do have the trailer tire pressure set up, which is really cool. So this will warn us if those tires, drop temperature or fluctuate for any reason. So that'll prevent any significant damage to the trailer from a blowout. We still are trying to, I don't think we followed the directions. In fact, we didn't even read directions. Setting up the view through camera So it has some of the blind spot stuff working on the sides, but the view through still isn't working. So maybe when we stop for gas in a couple hours, we'll figure that one out. So we're on the downhill slope now through Spanish Fork Canyon, which actually has some steep inclines, and the truck did great. We kept up the speed limit the entire time. In fact, the only time we had to slow down is because there was traffic going up a steep incline, but the truck held the speed limit, temperatures stayed where they needed to, and all in all, the truck is doing a really good job. So we're a couple hours in now and no issues. There is a UDOT, Utah Department of Transportation weigh station up here, so if it's open, I want to drive through it just to see how close we are, because the truck says we're over the limit, and I'm curious, you know, how much over. Did we miss something? We weighed just about everything we put in, and to the best of our ability, hit the mark of the 15,000 pound combined weight, but I'm wondering what we might have missed. Maybe the accessories on the RZR weigh more? I don't know. Well, let's check it out. Let's see. So we're just about to the exit, and that truck did a fantastic job. But we're filling up with our gas, and then we're gonna fill up with water, and we're about 20 minutes away. So overall, the AT4X did an awesome job towing this trailer. I think we are a little overweight now, understanding how the scale works. We're probably, you know, maybe 500 pounds over, and now adding all this, maybe a couple more, so a couple hundred more. But yeah, the truck, it's a hot day. It's mid 80s, and we towed up some steep inclines, and there were no issues at all. Good morning. We are down here in central Utah, the San Rafael Swell, which if you're into off-roading, there are hundreds of miles of trails that you can go explore, and a lot of really cool things, from arches and bridges that you can see. But that's not the purpose of the video. You want to know how the AT4X did hauling that 15,000 pounds. Well, actually it's a little bit more. We came in at about 15.5. So we were over that weight, which explains why the infotainment center was telling us that we might be over the weight. I'm still curious what that threshold is for that notification to pop up. So if you know, drop it in the comments down below. But summary, the AT4X did a fantastic job towing. We did have it properly set up and weighted with the weight in the front of the trailer. We had the 4-way control equalizer hitch on, and then we kept it, you know, between 65 and 70 miles per hour on the way down. We came through some steep canyons, up and down, and no complaints. The engine, transmission, the temperature stayed within the normal range the entire time. We had plenty of power, and in fact we didn't really even have to slow down on the uphills other than some traffic. So AT4X does a fantastic job. The question that I still have is there anything that's noticeably different with those DSSV shocks while towing? And I can't really tell you. I'm not sure. I think because we did have so much weight and the equalizer hitch was pretty tight, it's hard to tell if there was a difference with those shocks. But the 6.2 liter did a really good job, and I would definitely tow the same setup with it again all day long. Please like, subscribe, and follow, and hit that notification bell for constant notifications when we post a new video. But until next time, have a good day. Thanks for watching.